to talk like that. So be wise and keep on eating the size of my body. Okay.
Welcome. Welcome
Never
to the Why
gets
Can't
old.
We Be Friends.
Welcome.
You can't put a microphone in front of me and I'm not doing.
And headphones to where I'm like,
Shakara, Shakara. You
yeah.
have to.
We have to.
Welcome to the Why Can't We Be Friends podcast. I am your first host, Sallie Dale.
I'm your other first host, Holly Feltz.
We are so glad you're here.
We're very glad.
And today we're talking about something near and dear to my heart. Something I could talk about all day.
Pardon
Holly,
me?
Holly. Pet peeves.
Oops. Pet peeves.
Holly.
Sorry.
Moving your
Was
mic
that
in the
annoying?
middle. Yes.
Man, well played myself.
Is it bad that I'm a little bit of a person who maybe enjoys complaining a little bit sometimes?
Here's what's funny. As we decided that we were going to talk about pet peeves, I'm talking with Micah, my husband, and I'm telling him, we're talking about pet peeves, and I'm having a hard time coming up with a full list. I said, I think we just need to cut it back. He was like, no. He's like, you can come up with 5.
Yeah.
You guys should talk about that for sure. Which, what are the odds that Micah is on board with pet peeves because you both are the same person and you enjoy annoyances?
I know what I don't like is what it is.
I know what I don't like, but I think it's harder for me to hone in on. I'm like, well, it'll be fine. I don't want to complain.
Andrew does not like complaining. And I don't like somebody just complaining.
Yeah.
But I can get into a mode of just being complainy. And I have to rein it in.
I'm not married to you, but I basically am because of Micah
We're-
being the
yeah.
same. And he can go on a fit of complaints. And I'm like, but look outside. Look at this day. It's beautiful, full of opportunities. It's going to be great. And he doesn't feel that way all the
Yeah.
time.
Well, sometimes you just need to, I'm not going to put up with any more crap. Somebody needs to take a stand and say, no more crap.
No more
We're
crap.
not standing for it anymore.
So, okay, let's roll right into it. What's the first thing you're not standing for anymore?
I'm trying to decide if I want to be so controversial right off the top, but I'm going to say it. I don't like athleisure. Leggings are not pants.
Yes, they are. I feel like you're attacking me right off the bat. I'm in leggings right now. I live in leggings.
I don't like workout outfits that you had no intention of going to the gym.
That is my entire life.
I don't agree with it.
I agree with it. Comfort is key.
I suppose it doesn't bother me so much when someone else, like if someone else wants to wear leggings.
Okay.
I cannot do it. I'm only in
Wow.
leggings or athleisure if athletic activity is going to happen.
I'm not going to talk about this the whole time. Micah also hates athleisure
Should
wear.
I have just done this
sweatpants.
podcast with Micah today?
No, because you guys would both just gripe the whole time. You need some balance.
We would have a good time.
He talks about this all the time, and I have just now, in this very moment, come to the conclusion that's what's wrong with both of you. You guys need to be in some comfortable clothing, and maybe that would loosen you up.
Well, I do. I have matching pajama sets that I love, but I will say I don't like this whole culture of we're just going to wear our tight pants out and
I love
like
that.
put some pants on.
I have them on.
Some real pants.
And they're stretchy, and I
with
like
a button.
that.
You need a button.
Oh, a button
button
just
and a
puts
zipper.
me in a foul mood. No, I'm out on zippers.
Or a dress. You ever think of a nice
Okay,
dress?
yes, I wear dresses.
There you go.
And also I wear them because I'm like, well, this is a good option to not put jeans on. And I don't not like jeans in the trendy way of like, oh my God, I love my leggings. I just genuinely love my leggings. Like I don't have anyone to, I'm not trying to prove a point. It's just what I like.
Even when I am home doing housework, never leggings. Unless I have just finished working out and I haven't showered yet.
Goodness.
So anyway,
I could go
athleisure.
on and on about this, but that's only the first
That's
point.
only
We
the
better
first
keep
one.
going. Okay. I'm just going to go down my list. I was going to try to like rate them, but I can't rate them because once I started on things that annoyed me, they kind of all fell into place.
It opens the door, doesn't
I
it?
will say too, I had to be careful to not make a whole list of just things that Micah does that annoy me. And he told me when I said, I don't know, I'm trying to think. I was like, what are my pet peeves? He was like, well, what do I do that drives you nuts? That'll be easy for you to come by. And it was true. Okay. My first one is people tapping or not being able to sit still. So shaking your leg, just like tapping on a table.
Yeah.
Just you can't sit still, and it drives me mad. Oh man. If I'm sitting next to someone or at a restaurant in the table and someone is shaking
Bumping.
and I can hear their foot tapping, or if it's in any way affecting my chair or my table, I feel like my head's going to spin. It's terrible.
Do you speak out? Do you tell them to stop?
No, I don't.
Do you tell Micah to stop?
Oh, absolutely.
Does he do that a lot?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know if it's a combination of his personality type or with being a musician. He claims he always has a beat in his head. And I think he should get that checked out. But he was like, I always hear something in my head and I've got like, I don't even realize I'm doing it. And I'm like, well, I very much realize that you're doing it and I need you to stop right now.
Andrew is a musician as well. He's a and he at the dinner table will start doing that.
God,
and I'll be trying to talk to him and he's like, hold on. And I'm like,
yeah.
Stop.
Stab the knife into the table. I said stop. Yeah, it can make me go
Yeah.
crazy real fast. Yeah, just don't tap around me.
I'm going to have to keep that in mind. Okay. My number 2?
Yes.
Let's keep on the athletic workout theme. People on their phones at the gym drives me crazy.
Wait, so if I'm on the treadmill,
Here's what
or
people do.
give me your
I'll
example.
give you an example. I know that you're not going to be just, you're going to look at your phone at the gym, adjust your music or whatever.
Yeah.
It is the excessive phone usage. Like sitting on a piece of equipment, not doing your workout because you're texting or you're on Instagram. Or
You're just on break time.
I have a story.
Oh no.
So I have taught group fitness classes for, gosh, I don't even know how long, 8 years now, something like that. I had a lady who came to, it was a weightlifting class, and we would do like squats, and then there'd be a tiny break, and then you adjust your weights and move on to the next track. And in those little tiny breaks, immediately pull out her phone. And one time, I think she was even on the phone, like talking to someone in the middle of my class. And this lady, it happened twice. She did this once in a cycle class, and she did this once in this weightlifting class on her phone. And I am trying to talk to explain to the rest of the class what we're doing, and she's on her phone, and I like dropped the music down low, and she's just, I'm staring daggers at this woman. Oh, she'd get me so mad. I might start sneezing during this episode.
God.
I'll try not to. No. So this was so funny. The other day, I'm watching, so I found this out later. To back up, this woman is some blogger. She's got a lot of followers or whatever. So I'm watching the Pioneer Woman, and she's having friends over for dessert. And who do I see on Pioneer Woman?
Cell phone lady.
But cell phone lady. And I was like, it's her.
Did you start sneezing on the
I
spot?
did not start sneezing. I did feel vindicated. She was not friends with the Pioneer Woman. She was friends of a friend who was friends with the Pioneer Woman.
A friend of a friend who's
A friend of a friend of a friend. Anyway,
Close enough.
I was just laughing. I was like, that's the lady. If Andrew was home, I might have even said, that's the lady who talked on her phone during my weightlifting class. The nerve of her. But that is, I do not like it when people just park on a machine or they're on their phone. I just think, what did you come here for?
That's fair.
Why are you on your phone? Get off your phone. Do your workout. Or I've got one more story to share. I was working out. It's been a few months ago, and I was on a machine, and in front of me was this freeway area, and these two hot young teens come in, and they've got on their matching sets, and they're wearing outfits that you can tell no real work is going to be done in these because one was asymmetrical, and it was like, what are you going to do in an asymmetrical bra? Not much.
Take a cute pic.
Yeah, that's what they did. So I'm on this machine, and the whole time they're on Snapchat taking photos of themselves in the mirror. They would do like one rep and take a photo, and I was laughing so hard because there are these guys around them trying to seriously work out, and they're over here
trying to work out the
both
gram.
on their phone. Yes. And it's a pet peeve.
Well,
Get off your phone. If you're at the gym, do it. Work
otherwise,
out at the gym.
Sally's going to call you
Otherwise,
out.
I'm going to call you out.
Okay,
Oh, man.
my
A lot to say
second
about
pet
that.
peeve is commercials.
Yeah.
Advertisements. No, not on the
you
sense
hate
of,
them?
I just don't like these. Micah gets irritated at me in the car because the moment a radio station will go to commercial break, I'm flipping through the channel. I will not be bothered with advertisements. They drive me nuts, or I want the volume at 0. Like, I can't. 2 is not enough. I need it all the way down. I'm getting worked up. But I do love jingles. So
Andrew and I have contests to see who can sing the most radio jingles.
Well, they're great. So maybe if advertisements could switch to just focusing on jingles,
yeah.
basically if we could just keep the music going. I don't want to hear all of the advertisements, but I will switch channels. I will do anything to avoid
Why?
I feel like it's something in my childhood. I feel like I remember my parents always switching stations, or always just, oh God, I don't want to hear that. And so I don't know if it just became embedded in me
part of
that
the family culture. We do not listen to commercials.
Let me tell you something about the Pace family. We don't listen to commercials. We ain't got time for it. We got to get on to our next thing. But yeah, drives me mad. And then it drives Micah mad that I'm
you're
so
mad.
irritated because it doesn't bother him. He could leave the radio turned up and still have it at the same volume, and it could be just blasting commercials. It makes me feel like anxious. I don't want to hear it. So
you don't have to.
I don't have to. I'm in control.
You can also do a thing called Apple Music or Spotify and just listen to your own music.
I do those things.
Or a podcast.
Oh, perfect. Where do I find one?
Right here. Okay. Ooh. My next one is really gets me worked up.
Okay.
I cannot stand the phrase literally obsessed.
What?
Or those 2 words separated. Literally and obsessed.
I literally say literally.
The word literally is overused and in the wrong context.
Would you say it's...
And I won't stand for it anymore.
It's literally maddening.
It is literally being misused.
I like it.
What people mean they should say is actually.
But
actually,
I need it more dramatic than that. I need you to know.
But it's not.
Literally. Or what is it? Parks and Rec. Literally? Yeah.
Is it Chris Traeger? I am literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. But seriously.
But the word women say, and now that you're aware of it, you'll hear it. Every woman says this except me.
I say it.
I am literally obsessed. Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed.
I
I think that's why I don't like it, is because it's also the way that people say it.
But
Obsessed. I'm literally obsessed.
I just feel like there's some things that I am literally obsessed with.
I just want to go, really? You're upset? You're literally obsessed?
And if you said that to me, I would say,
really?
Yes, I stand by it. I understand. I hear you out.
You define the word obsession differently than how I...
Subjective.
Then I just really don't like the word literally obsessed.
Okay, I literally won't say it anymore.
Please don't, because I hate it.
I am obsessed.
I literally hate it. Hate the phrase.
Well, you know what
obsessed.
I literally hate?
Tell me.
A literal state of being. I hate this. We're just going to keep with being in the car. You're driving down the road. Oh, a song comes on. I love this song. We're listening to it, and maybe you begin to sing along, and you don't really know all the words.
Like earlier when I sang
but you still
the Shakira
keep
song?
Singing. No, not like that. Micah does this, go figure. But I used to have a friend who would do this in the car, and I'm going to be honest, when I would say I would start to turn the music up a little bit. It would be, the song is playing and you're trying to sing along with it, but you don't know all the words. So then it's like, oh yeah, go back to the words. And then, and I'm like, oh my God, just stop. You don't know it. And I say this to Micah. He tries to sing along. I'm like, look up the lyrics and then get back to me. I don't have time to hear you mumbling along to the song. You're ruining it.
Andrew will tell me he did this the other day. He goes, "Wait, who sings this song?" And it was a Billie Eilish song. And I said, "Billie Eilish?" He goes, "Yeah, you should let her sing it."
Oh, I used to do that to Mike. I'd be like, let's keep it that way. Yeah, it just...
Is it people don't know what they're doing?
Maybe that's what it is. You don't
know what you're doing.
You are not ready for this. Get off the stage. That is the seat in my car.
You're incompetent.
It just drives me mad. I think, what sense do you have to sing along to this when you don't even know? And Micah's argument is, well, I know like the melody, or I'm trying to learn it. And I think, well, do better. Learn it, and then do it.
Listen to it 10 times in a row.
Don't be unprepared.
All of the words.
Wow.
Wow. Well, now I'm thinking back to when we played music
I didn't
in LA.
I don't have any
memories.
Okay. I don't have any memories of you doing
this.
But I'll let you know if you do.
Okay. This next one is... I hate this. And I'm guilty of it in my youth, which I think is part of the reason I hate it so much.
Listen to that statement. I'm guilty of this in my youth. Back in the day.
I've learned.
Back in the day.
When you learn better, do better.
When you learn the song, sing the song.
I cannot stand
Oh.
when people specifically go into a British or Australian accent that do not have a British or Australian accent. It makes me deeply uncomfortable.
I have heard you do this. I have heard you do a British accent.
No.
Yes, I have. I have heard you. You have
Maybe
done it.
Briefly. Not like I do my country.
No.
That's different.
Wait. What are you trying to... What in tarnation?
Here's why. This makes me want to crawl in a hole and die right now.
Wow.
Maybe not that much. But
Okay. Just crawl in a hole.
I was a counselor at a summer camp, and I want to say I was 15. So 15 years ago. And I don't know what sparked this, but for one session, we would have kids for a week. For one session, I decided to pretend I was from New Zealand the whole session.
You didn't even go for an easy one. That is not an easy accent.
Yeah, well, I did it 4 days in a row. Like I had the people who brought...
Oh my gosh. What a 15-year-old.
I know. Thinking back on this, I think I would hate me. If now Sallie was around, 15-year-old Sallie who did this, I would absolutely be so annoyed and hate me. So I did this, and it is so embarrassing to me that I did this. But the other day, Andrew pulled up some old video that he made. He had to make for a company. He made these minute-to-win-it style videos, and he needed a British Australian voiceover to read the rules. Mm-hmm. And he made me do it because he needed someone to read it. He's like, it's an internal company thing. You have to read it. And it was awful, and I hated it. I begged him, like,
but
please.
You did it.
I did it because I had to.
I'm just imagining you sitting down all professionally at a desk.
The other day, no, I was standing. The other day, he pulled up his YouTube of private videos that he had uploaded and started playing one of these videos that I had done the voiceover for. And it was so cringy. It was so bad. In and out. My Oklahoma accent. In and out of an Australian accent. And then it dawned on me, when I did that when I was 15, I was not fooling anybody.
No.
It would have been the worst.
You were the fool.
Yes, I was the fool. And so when people just will go in and talk long term in an accent, it drives me crazy.
I mean, do we get a snippet of that? Am I going to link this in the show notes?
I don't know. I turned off the TV because he was playing it. He will do that to me. He will pull up anything that I have ever sent him from my youth. Like I sang a song to him when we were dating.
We need that video.
He tried to text it to you, and thank God it didn't go through. But
he'll try again.
It makes me cringe.
I will make sure of it.
I think, how many years have to go by before I'm not embarrassed by this?
I mean, I think there's always going to be something that's going to creep up on you and embarrass you at every point of your life.
I know. Listen, if there are any kids in here, listening to our podcast, don't put anything on the internet. Just stay away until you're about 25 Just don't put
I
anything
think
on
it's
the internet.
impossible. I know, speaking for myself in my youth years, I have embarrassing videos on the internet.
Oh, I've
and
seen your Facebook.
No, you've seen nothing. You have seen nothing. There
Don't you have a video, a YouTube video that has
it has
a ton of views?
It has upwards of like 4,000 views.
And are you impersonating Miranda Sings?
Yes.
Should we link that in the show notes?
I will not disclose what it is under. I know the name that it's under, but it's not as simple as searching my name. So if you think you're going to be clever and go and find it, you're not. But
someone who knows Holly from high school, please message me, the Urban Acres, on Instagram.
Bailey, if you do it,
Bailey.
No, Bailey.
Bailey, look at me. Bailey. Do it, Bailey.
Bailey, don't do it because you're in it too. Anyways, let's move along. Okay. Now this next one is something that I was in Target the other day, okay?
Weren't we all?
Weren't we all? That is the truth. I was in Target, walking around like all of the other women, just needing a minute to get away. So that's where I go. I don't have a beach nearby. Might as well go to Target.
Yeah, same thing.
And in my peaceful stroll through the magnolia aisles, I just hear this woman walking and dragging her feet. Just and all it takes is to pick up your feet when you walk. Now, I know for a fact this is my mother coming out of me because I used to get in trouble if I was in the store with my mom and I would drag my feet. My mom would turn around and she would look at me and say, "That's lazy. Pick up your feet when you walk." And I was annoyed with it, but now I am so grateful that I had a mother who loved me enough to correct me and not let me be a nuisance to the world.
It seems like you're really annoyed by sounds.
I am.
Sound sensitivity.
I do, and something that's funny about that is my dad easily is overwhelmed. Like, watch the mic. Is easily like if there's a lot going on. If we're in a restaurant and it's very loud and there's a lot of people talking,
stress him out.
And then the music is really loud, and then someone's asking him what he wants, he gets like to the point he'll leave the restaurant.
Yeah,
like just I got to go outside. I can't take it. So my sister and I joke that when we hit those spots, we're like, "Oh, I'm like Dad right now. That's the level I'm at," and we'll be like, "Whoa, okay,
yeah,
you need a minute," and that's how that sound makes me feel. She was on the phone and she had on mules and they were heavy weighted on the bottom. I was going to
ask, did she have on clogs or something like that?
And so they would not only just slide on the floor, they were popping the floor. And I literally was staring. Like I was being, I said literally. I told you I really do that. I was looking at her and was like walking around like looking like a crazy person because I thought, I'm going to lose my mind. And I had to go to the opposite side of the store because I really thought I was going to say something to her. Pick up your feet, ma'am. Pick them up. I know you probably had a hard day. Didn't we all? Pick up your feet when you walk. Woo! I just got worked up.
Speaking of turning into our mothers. My mom told me the other day there was a girl. This has been years ago, but she was going into the gym locker room at her gym, which is like a tiny little expo center in town. Anyway, this girl was taking photos of herself after working out, and my mom walked in and she was, I guess, blocking the entryway.
Oh no!
And my
oh no!
My mom like smirked or laughed, and the girl, it was a girl, goes, "Are you laughing at me?" And my mom said, "Yes, I think it's ridiculous that you're taking photos." Yes. And I said, she was telling me this. I was like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, you can't say that." But also going, I sent an open mic on the radio to that news reporter who I get annoyed by. So I'm turning into my mother. Yes.
As I heard that story, I thought, I can 1,000% see you doing so.
What are you doing? Like that. And then being so embarrassed and getting away.
Oh, yeah.
Going, oh my gosh, I have to get out of here.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
And then seeing them at the gym and them going, "That's that girl who told us to get off of our
You'd have to change gym.
I recently, there was a girl driving sporadically. She was obviously on her phone. And Andrew and I have a stoplight by our house that people run all the time because they're on their phone. And it's really dangerous because someone is going to get T-boned and killed. It's just like,
it's really serious because death.
It's really serious.
Okay.
So I'm driving and this girl she's in this PT Cruiser and she has a class of 2021 on her.
She's
fresh.
fresh.
So I know she's fresh.
She's fresh.
She's driving all over the road. So
someone had to do something.
I pull up next to her and she's texting and I get her attention and she looks at me and smiles and I make my thumb and pinky like a phone and go, hang up.
Oh,
Except
my gosh.
that when I did that, I did it too close to my face and I knocked my sunglasses off my face while I'm trying to tell this girl to hang up.
But you were making a point, dang it.
But you know what? I think
What?
she got the message.
I think you changed her life.
I did have a guy one time get out of his car and yell at me when I was a teenager driving.
Oh, my.
And
Did it change your life?
it did change my life.
Did it give you a wake-up call?
It made me go, I'm in a moving vehicle that could kill someone. What am I doing?
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
This is serious. I mean, we're talking
So
about death.
I'm turning into one of those people that pulls teenagers over and says, get off your phone.
You are aging quicker
I
than the
know.
days are going by.
I'm just trying to protect him.
Oh, my goodness.
But my advice to those of you who are going to tell someone to hang up, make sure that your thumb and your pinky are clear of your sunglasses so you don't knock them off in the process because it really softens the message.
Oh, for sure.
When you do something
I'm
like
thinking more than you changed her life. You gave her a good story to tell.
Yeah, I probably did.
To tell her girls.
Probably while she was on the phone with him. She's probably going, this crazy woman.
Yeah, she's like, hold on, let me text this story really quick.
Yeah. Let me send it to them.
So basically what we're trying to do here
Let's get you real annoyed.
is to get you real worked up, but also if you are around us and you have the nerve to do it. No, I'm kidding. These are just things. It's not that I'm like you and I call it all out or I'm going to be like your
Only
mom and say,
sometimes.
yeah, I'm laughing at you or yeah, you're driving me nuts. But if you're dragging your feet in the store, I may have to pull you to the side and say, I'm so sorry, but can you pick up your feet while you walk? It's disturbing.
And then she says, I have a disability.
Oh,
My knees don't move that way.
I would say, well, then can you tell me more about this? Because I wasn't aware.
Let me pray for you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, enter.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I actually, too, have a problem where I just speak and don't think about it. So I got to go to my appointment to get that fixed. Bye.
Yeah, I don't get annoyed at random strangers that often. Driving. People are driving.
That's different.
Well, they're putting me at risk.
What about the children?
My safety. But I don't, if someone's wearing athleisure, I don't go, oh my gosh, I hate you.
Well, yeah, because
yeah, and I love you.
Okay.
I don't go, gosh, Holly's in leggings again. It's more of a, for me.
Oh, she's in leggings
again. But I do get annoyed with literally obsessed.
Well,
I do. I'm like, pick a different phrase. Let's find some.
I will work on it.
Go on thesaurus.com and find another word
I don't have
that
time
means
for that.
literally obsessed. Or I am completely engrossed.
Wow. Yeah, that's going to sound natural coming out of my mouth and most people's mouths. So I think we'll work on it maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I want everyone listening to this to work in the phrase completely engrossed into their vocabulary at some point during this week. And I want you to watch and see how people respond because I guarantee they will think that you are very smart.
I would have only taken your advice had it been in a British accent.
Well, I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
I'm waiting.
I can't bring myself to do it.
All of these people are waiting.
It's so bad. It is an insult to the British people for me to try and emulate their accent.
I will say it's pretty funny to think. So Sallie and I took a little road trip down to Waco, the one that we talked about that Sallie vomited in my car for about 6 hours on the drive home. And I think for a solid hour and a half, we talked like this in the car.
The whole trip it was coming out.
We're talking, we didn't break. It was Waco. It brought it out of us. Sometimes an accent's just good fun.
I did notice when I went to Mobile, Alabama, because they have.
Did it come out there?
It came out, And I was noticing when I was talking to people, because it was at a show for my business, I was starting to talk like them, and I had to go, Sallie, you are not from Alabama.
Pull yourself together.
Pull yourself together. It's what I love about Alabama and Mississippi too, the accents. It's that all sound. I got some tall. I got some new towel from a bathroom.
Tall.
Towel. They say towel. Or oil is all. All.
My dad always said oil.
Got to cook it up in some oil.
Oil.
And it's interesting how different accents throughout the country. Just we're all part of one. Are you going to sneeze?
Yeah, I'm mad about it.
How dare you? There was maybe we can link this. Maybe this will be our first link in the show notes.
What is it?
There is an article, I think it was New York Times, and it's a quiz you can take, and it's called How Y'all, You, and Yous Guys Talk. And they ask different questions, different phrases that you would say, and based on the responses you give, they can pinpoint the area that you grew up in or the area like that your parents are from.
Oh, wow. So
your vocabulary is very much based on different regions. So I think my brother-in-law took it, and he's from Oklahoma, but he also lived in Northern California. And there were certain phrases they picked up that pinpointed him in Northern California. It's just like do you say garage sale or yard sale?
I don't know. I don't really say it at all.
What do you say?
I mean,
there are things like that. They were like, what do you call the place where you get water? A drinking fountain, a bubbler, a water fountain. I was like, a bubbler. Who calls it a bubbler? But I guess
this is like grocery cart or buggy.
Yes, yeah.
I say buggy.
Things like that. But there are different. There are different phrases that are specific to different parts of the country, and they can pinpoint where you're from. It's really
I want to. I'm gonna do it.
I'll link it in the show notes.
I feel challenged to do this.
Yeah, they're gonna say you're from Sand Springs, Oklahoma.
They're gonna say
that right. I tell you what, right now she's from Sand Springs.
Well,
is that it?
I think that's it. But hey,
Holly wants me to stop talking.
If you enjoyed this episode, this podcast, listening to us chit chat and do what we do, then would you leave us a review and give us a rating? A really good one. A solid
good review.
I want a solid review.
Send the constructive criticism to our email and leave your positive comments for the reviews.
We're just trying to keep we don't need to be brought down. Come on. We're
Not
just
yet.
two girls sitting here with a jug of water asking you to be friends with us.
Yes. Follow us on Instagram. Sign up for the email newsletter where you get the episodes sent right to your inbox.
Oh, so convenient.
On Tuesday mornings.
Wow.
Yeah. And bonus content.
We love bonus
Super
content.
bonus content.
But until next time.
See ya.